First Corinthians 3 and 7 in the NLT translation says, it's not important who does the planting or who does the watering. What is important is that God is the one who makes the seed grow. And that is so true. All right, welcome back to the Dearest Father community page. My name is Yarima. I am the scripture strategist, and I want to share something with you today because I think about my life sometimes and I cannot pinpoint or think about a seed that God has called me to plant that has not produced a harvest. And so I'm going to be obedient and I'm going to share with you guys today what he has called me to share, which is an excerpt from my book, The Journey to Perfect Peace, How to Break Free from Overwhelm and Create a Life of Gratitude and Lasting Peace. This is a book that he called me to write in 2025, and it has been serving people and transforming their minds, and it has done so much, and I'm just so grateful. But he has called me to share this introduction with you because maybe you need it too. Maybe you're struggling and you don't know how to keep your head above water, but this book is going to help. So I'm going to read the intro and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more. First, I want to tell y'all that I'm a speaker, but I'm not a reader, if that makes sense. So me reading my own words, sometimes I will stumble over them. It's okay. Don't get lost in the message. So here's the intro. The road to peace wasn't one I planned to travel. It wasn't even a road I knew I needed to be on until life presented me with a series of unexpected challenges that forced me to face it head on. From growing from 0 to 3 kids in just 3 years without any multiple births, to the sudden loss of a job that I had devoted my entire adult career to, and then the heartbreaking, untimely passing of my dad. Life felt like it was coming at me all at once. As a daughter who was incredibly close to my dad, this was a loss that I could hardly comprehend. My mental health should have been shattered. Overwhelm, anxiety, and exhaustion were literally knocking at my door, ready to claim me. Have you ever experienced so many unexpected turns in your life that it feels like everything is spinning out of control? For me, it was like juggling too many balls. The more I tried to balance, the more I felt like something would eventually break. But I knew I had to make a change. People would ask me how I managed it all. 3 under 3 kids, a demanding new job in technology, and the weight of everything else. And I would simply answer, prayer and tears. Prayer was something I had been taught as a child, even though I wasn't living out my faith at the time. Yet I leaned into it more than ever before. It was through these prayers, and honestly a lot of tears, that I began to find my footing again. Then one day a colleague asked me something that stuck with me. How do you do it all? How do you come in here daily, handle the chaos at home, and still encourage us to be our best? And in that moment, I realized that I had stumbled upon a formula, a framework that not only helped me survive, but thrive in the midst of challenges. And so, the journey to perfect peace was born. I began to shift my mindset and the posture of my heart, consciously choosing to see the positive rather than focusing on the drain. The first steps, practicing gratitude, being a curious student, showing generosity, and nourishing myself holistically. That became the foundation of the program I share with others. But was it easy? No, not at all. There were moments of doubt, times when I questioned whether it was worth continuing or whether I should just fall back into old comfortable habits. But every time I kept my eyes on the bigger picture. What would happen if I stayed the course? How would my life, my family's life, and my peace transform if I truly committed to this path? Then something profound happened. I had a shift. I began to realize I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was living in a place of surrender, not giving up, but giving into the leadership of God in my life. Once I saw how dramatically my life had changed, I knew I couldn't keep the lessons and tools I learned to myself. Before we start talking about what perfect peace is, let's establish what it's not. It is not a reality where there is no struggle or issues. That just doesn't exist. You will always have challenges to face and obstacles to overcome. That is the beauty of growth. The beauty of perfect peace is that as you face these challenges and obstacles, you don't carry stress or anxiety because you know there will always be a way through. Peace is being able to approach life and all of its curveballs with a smile. So I created a program that teaches others to develop emotional intelligence, spiritual awareness, and overcome self-doubt, confusion, and overwhelm. This program evolved over the years, but has always remained centered around the core concepts of mindset transformation, purpose alignment, and living a life of obedience. It is a framework that has helped people pivot towards their purpose, discern the voice of God, and open doors through obedience. Whenever I see someone else experience the same transformation I underwent, my heart is full of joy. This journey is not just about personal peace. It's about helping you uncover your purpose, trust your path, and ultimately live the life you were meant to live. This book, easily digestible, practical, shows you how to transform your mind so that we don't get caught up in all the overwhelm that is out there right now. There's so many things to be overwhelmed about. There's so many things to be stressed about. And it doesn't help when you're surrounded by these things. But being surrounded by these things doesn't mean that you have to give in to them. The Journey to Perfect Peace gives you all the tools that you need to begin transforming that life. So, I'll be having a book club. I actually already do book club. But the seed that God has told me to plant this time is to invite others into this book club. Allow other people to not just read the book, but go through it weekly with us as we navigate it, as we learn from it, as we apply it to our lives to see how it changes. So there'll be more information about that as we get closer to the date. But put a pin in your head. Put a little note right there that says, I want to come back to that. And then check out the video that's related to this. It is an interview with somebody who read the book and wanted to give it a rave review. So check out the interview. I had a really fun time. Doing the interview. And I hope that this can help you. Y'all know hearing from God, discerning from God, the voice of God, that is my business. That is what I do. So if you want to build some more trust, if you want to say, do I really believe in what she's offering me right now? Hop into the links below. There is a $9 no-brainer. It is an audio guide on hearing the voice of God. I even have a $7 study guide in there. Check it out. See how you can be helped by Dearest Father Ministry. That's my only goal, is to help people in the way that I've been helped. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.